I've been kind of obsessed with sleep at the moment. That sounds like everybody, like all the time. But in the past week, I messed up my sleep schedule and it really messed up my whole routine. So I want to make this video as a kind of reminder of how to come back and get that better sleep. I've had more than one job in the past that was overnight. You know, graveyard shift, red-eye flight, double shot of espresso kind of situation. So I've spent years and years and years learning and researching about how to get better sleep. You know, as they say, we spend a third of our lives or more in bed or asleep. So why not make it the best? Disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I believe everybody is different. That's why they call it everybody. Most of these tips are backed by science, and some of these tips are just through my personal experience. And maybe you can take away something from this video. You can learn a thing or two from me and experiment with your sleep. Let me know how it goes, or let me know what kind of sleep tips you have. You can share with me and to others. And lastly, before we start, I'm a small YouTuber. As of the time of making this video, I only have 52 subscribers. I am so grateful to have more than one set of eyes watching my YouTube content. If you can please like and comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, and set your notifications to get my channel the most efficient, I would appreciate it so much. And with that, let's get on with the sleep tips. Vitamin D, the big D. Make sure to get regular sunlight exposure. Some say 30 minutes a day in the morning or earlier in the day is best. This can easily be done during a commute or simply opening up your window. Just don't forget to put on your SPF. Consistency. So this is controversial, but for me personally, I like to sleep on weekends the same time I do on weekdays. Even as my family, they know I'm already in bed by like 8 p.m. on a Saturday night. I know that I have to stay consistent, otherwise I'd be too stressed to go to sleep early on a Sunday night. Can't start your work week lacking sleep. Environment. I have 3 tips for your environment. Your bedroom, your slumber suite, where the magic happens. First is darkness. I know some people who like to have light curtains or even a nightlight, but for me, I like it pitch black. I don't want to see anything. What you will find in my room are blackout curtains and an eye mask on top of that. This is an old eye mask I got for Christmas. It used to be light therapy, battery powered. I didn't know how to clean it, so I gave up and tossed it in the washer, so now it's just a regular eye mask. Funny story, one time I was on a trip, I forgot to bring an eye mask, and thanks to COVID, I used a face mask as an eye mask. So I was just sitting there with a face mask over my eyes. Don't worry, I had a second one. So yeah, I'd like to. So like my whole face is just covered. Okay, anyway. Second is temperature. Your body prefers a cooler temperature for sleep. With or without AC, I always have a fan at my bedside at all times every night. I wear light clothes, but with a nice blanket nearby just in case. And third is sound. I think normal people prefer silence, but for me, I enjoy what YouTuber Damon Dominique calls fairy music. I search keywords HZ frequency. I don't really know how to describe it, but it sounds kind of like this. Avoid alcohol, nicotine, and coffee. Okay, this one is definitely controversial. I'm actually 6 months sober as of making this video, and that can be its own YouTube video. I've never smoked a day of my life, so if you're that, good luck with that. And as for coffee, I love coffee. Coffee is my life. This seems like common sense, but don't drink coffee too close to bedtime. Some people like to give themselves a time like noon or 3 p.m. As for me, I kind of just listen to what my body needs. Usually I have the most coffee right when I wake up. So if you live with me, you will know that I will drink coffee before brushing my teeth, before fixing my bed, before going to the loo. Coffee is love. Coffee is life. Similarly, avoid taking naps too close to bedtime. This one is tricky and I still haven't found a solid answer. But some naps I wake up energized.
But some other naps I feel like I've entered another dimension.
Generally, I'm pro naps. Just kind of be careful how you use them. Also avoid working out too close to bedtime. I'm actually a morning gym goer, so this has never been a problem to me. But there are some cases where I don't really have time in the morning and I end up going to the gym in the evening or even in the afternoon, and my workout is really bad. It's like 50% of my energy and I don't really get a good workout, my body just knows it's best to work out in the morning. Avoid large meals too close to bedtime. This one is really hard for me because I love eating. I love watching TV and like mindlessly eating potato chips or popcorn right before bed. But 95% of the time, if I eat something super light, a light dinner, and like no snacks, then my sleep after is super smooth. I'm doing this currently, and so far it's just been super good for my sleep. Avoid electronics. I'm gonna be for real with you, this is probably the most difficult thing I've ever experienced. It's so easy to pick up my phone and start doom scrolling. So far, I'm experimenting with just reading books, which has been really good. I'm kind of skeptical about the whole blue light thing. I think the whole point of this is just the distraction part. Avoid clocks. This is a fun one. I believe it's the way we tend to do mental math. Like, this is the amount of hours I need to sleep before I get 8 hours or something like that. I actually don't own any physical clocks. The only way I tell time is through my devices. And on that note, avoid snoozing. I've actually never had a problem with this because I'm kind of a light sleeper and I'm wide awake by the first alarm. Fun fact, my alarm is bird sound. I think the sound of like nature is just so much more calming than And lastly, health. This is a weird one I'm not gonna get too deep into because I'm not a medical professional, but things like, are there any medications affecting your sleep? For me, I have eczema and a deviated septum, so these kinds of things affect my sleep for sure. Dim the lighting before you sleep. At the last hour before you sleep, try turning off like half of your lights, and all of your lights are like a mellow color. I think all of this will create kind of a mood. I think your body can like sense that it's time to go to bed soon. Take a shower or bath. I remember having this conversation as a kid at a sleepover. I asked my friend, hey, do you shower before you sleep? And they were like, no. And I was like, so you're rolling around in your dirt from the day? And they were like, oh yeah, huh? And I was like, But you know, to each their own. Read a book, listen to an audiobook, or listen to relaxing music. A lot of people in my generation, I would say, watch too much TV. I've asked older generations their advice for better sleep, and a majority of them told me that they removed TV from their bedroom completely. That really stuck with me, so I've been very vigilant with how I watch TV before bed. I still do, but a lot less. Sometimes maybe I would just let the TV on and I would just use it as like my music. My cousin's been doing this recently, but she watches TV in another language, and the point of that is to occupy the physical space, not her mental space. Does that make sense? So you've woken up and can't fall back asleep. I've heard polarizing things about this one actually. Some experts say that you should leave bed if you haven't fallen asleep in 20 minutes, because your bed should only be about sleep and not for thinking about sleep. And other experts say to just lay there. If you can't fall asleep, just lay there. Force it. Or pretend like it. I've tried both, and they've both been there hasn't been a solid answer for me, but I think the main point of it is to not bring any stress into the bed. And my very last tip, that is of my own, is journaling. I keep a sleep journal. I actually just use a couple of pages in my passion planner. I already made a video about passion planners if you would like to see that. So I only write in it if I have had bad sleep. So it kind of looks like this. It's kind of a way for me to draw out the negative experiences of that sleep onto paper and lock it in here, you know? I write down things like, how was I feeling, what I assumed woke me up or got me stressed out, and kind of solutions like, I don't know, like drink tea or listen to a different kind of music. This kind of journaling was very specific, but I support all kinds of journaling. I think it just helps with overall mental health. And so yeah, those are my ways to better sleep. This is all what I've learned throughout the years. I suspect that I'll continue to develop and gain new techniques to better sleep health. Sleep is just so important, so learning how to deal with it is a lifelong journey. This journey is not perfect, and there will be a lot of sleepless nights. C'est la vie. But I hope some of these tips will help you as they've helped me. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.